So, I'm Kat, and I am here with a review or a recommendation of the movie Pan's Labyrinth. Guillermo del Toro is the director, and he also wrote it. He's done a lot of movies in this manner. I believe he did that with Hellboy 2. Not that that movie was great, but neat that he did it, and it had some neat characters in it. He also worked on Mimic, and he also, I believe, wrote Hobbit 1 and 2. He was supposed to direct it, but then he got called onto a different project. So this is a Spanish movie. It's subtitled, but suck it up. It's so good and so worth reading the subtitles that it doesn't even get in the way. There is a young girl who is the lead, and she is amazing. The fact that they found a girl this young to play this role so well blew my mind. Ivana Baquero is what I want to say, but I'm sure that that's not right. So it takes place in 1944 fascist Spain during a civil war, and there's this little girl who's just fascinated with fairy tales, and her mother, much to her mother's chagrin, her mother's like, "You still read these books? That's ridiculous. You should be a grown-up." And she comes with her mother, and her father's deceased. She comes with her mother to meet her new stepfather, and the mother's basically just married him so that they can be taken care of. And the mother is pregnant. Basically, it's Ophelia trying to escape her reality with fantasy. Because reality is just too harsh and too mean and too sad and too bad, too upsetting for this young girl. She just changes it over to fantasy and loses herself in that world. And there's this maze right by the estate that they're living on that she goes into one night, and she meets this faun. And this faun tells her that she is this long-lost princess from this underground world, and she ran away years ago and then up to the surface and has never been able to get back. And the faun says, if you complete these three difficult tasks, you'll prove that you're the princess and you can come back and live with us and your parents in our world and be happy and live forever. Of course, she's super excited, and she definitely wants to do this because her new stepfather is horrible. He's this evil, ruthless captain of the Spanish army. And so it's about her completing these tasks. Each of them are very scary. Like, the entire time you're watching them, like, your heart's beating and you're like, oh god, oh god. And like the whole time you're totally rooting for it, but it's just this amazing fantasy world that's woven into the reality, and he does it really well. The special effects look good, as well as special effects makeup, and they even at one point have the faun has these big horns, and those obviously are prosthetics, so a lot of makeup is used as well as special effects. They kind of fuse them together for the faun. So it turns out that Del Toro had been keeping doodles and notes for 20 years about this movie, and apparently during filming he actually lost his book partway through, and there's like he had like a huge meltdown until the book was returned to him. He like left it in a cab. Fun fact. Turns out that the faun in the movie came from his childhood. When he was little, he used to have this lucid dream that at a certain time of night, the grandfather clock would chime, I believe, and then this faun would step out from it. Which to me scares the bejesus out of me, but I don't know, maybe it was nice for him, maybe the faun was very pretty. But in this, he made the faun. He didn't want the faun to be too pretty. He didn't want it to be like half human, half goat. He wanted it to be more, a little bit creepy, so that part of you wants to really trust him, but then part of you is like, I don't know, should I? And there's this whole, like, Ophelia's not sure at some points if this is a good guy or a bad guy, which makes the story that much more interesting as well. Another fun fact, one of the things she has to do is she has to get this key from this giant frog, and it's like a giant frog, like it's as big as she is, and she's like a 12-year-old girl. And it turns out that Del Toro actually did the frog sound effects, so I thought that was kind of funny. I definitely think that the acting is amazing and the special effects are amazing, but it's also won awards. It won at the Academy Awards Best Cinematography, Best Art Direction, and Best Makeup. And it was nominated for Best Original Score, Original Screenplay, and it won Foreign Language Film. So you know it's good stuff if it's winning that. The whole story is amazing. We had to watch it as well in my fantasy class, so I got to hear even more about the details about how it's fantasy and realism fused into one. There are definitely some disturbing parts, but there are also some beautiful and amazing parts and dreamlike things. I can't say enough good things about it. The acting is wonderful. It's a beautiful movie. The editing is great. The score is wonderful. The special effects are great, and I definitely recommend it. So check it out and let me know what you guys think. It's gonna sound good saying it, and I'm gonna offend someone I don't want to.